Democrats are calling for the president to be impeached after rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol last week. Democrats are attempting to impeach Donald Trump after he incited his supporters to storm the U.S. Capitol last week. In December 2019, President Trump was impeached for pressuring the Ukrainian president to investigate President-elect Biden, but the Senate acquitted him in February 2020. The iNewsletter latest news and analysis. However, many Democrats, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, want him to be removed again for inciting violence against the government. Here's what you need to know about Mr. Trump's impeachment. What does impeachment mean? While there are calls to impeach President Trump, it seems unlikely that a trial would take place before he leaves office on the 20th of January. Photo. AP. Impeachment is the means by which Congress can remove a president who is currently sitting. The U.S. Constitution has a wide range of offenses that can lead to impeachment, including treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Impeachment by both houses of Congress is the only procedure that allows for the forcible removal of a sitting U.S. president outside of the 25th Amendment, which allows for removal of a president who is unable to discharge his official duties. For the 25th Amendment to be invoked, Vice President Mike Pence and the majority of the cabinet would need to declare Mr. Trump unfit to perform the duties of the presidency. Mr. Pence has declined to do this. How does impeachment work? Impeachment begins with a vote in the House of Representatives on the Articles of Impeachment, which is essentially a list of charges against the president. Ms. Pelosi has introduced a charge of incitement of insurrection against Mr. Trump, following the deadly riots that took place at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, when Mr. Trump addressed his supporters. His call to the Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is also mentioned, in which the president asked the official to find more than 11,000 votes in order to overturn President-elect Biden's victory in the state. If the vote passes with a simple majority, then the president has been impeached and is then subject to a trial in the Senate. After the trial, the Senate votes on whether to convict and remove the president from office. This vote requires a 2/3 majority. The last time Mr. Trump was impeached, Republicans controlled the Senate, so he was easily able to stay in power. How likely is Donald Trump's impeachment? U.S. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi wants President Donald Trump to be removed for inciting violence against the government after the Capitol riots last week. Photos. AFP. A vote to impeach Mr. Trump will be held on Wednesday, when he could become the only president in U.S. history to have been impeached twice. At least 17 Republican senators would need to move against Mr. Trump to convict him. The New York Times has reported as many as 20